Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just got back from a run, so please forgive the sweat. Springtime is around the corner, so in addition to trying to, get back into shape and lose a lot of weight, because I got a lot of weight to lose, what I want to go ahead and do is go ahead and close out the winter garden season as far as for 2020 into 21. I got a few things planned this weekend that'll go ahead and kick off basically the spring and summer session. But for right now, let's just go ahead and send it and let's close out the winter season. First off, we got my cat, Perlita. She's just here enjoying the 87-degree weather we are just having. Not necessarily in the best of shape, and going running when it was like one of our hottest days so far this year was a little fun. Here in the worm bins, it looks like I may have like some fluid sort of building up in there that I want to go ahead and make sure I address. I think I'm going to get to the point to where we go ahead and stop feeding the worms so I can go ahead and finish this harvest, complete this harvest, and then go ahead and lay the bedding down for the next run. So here in the underwater garden, the underwater irrigation section of the garden, the Swiss chard over here is doing just great. And we are getting some additional sort of, looks like they were having some broccoli kind of coming up again to where we cut. So they might be getting an extra harvest out of here. But yeah, these Swiss chard greens are doing really good. Plus with the arugula in the back and some of the other greens here. This was actually doing very good. It saw very minimal insect infestation. We'll go ahead and call this the Kale Corner because the kale over here is starting and really starting to grow up very well here. Plus some of the arugula and everything is already kind of bolt, so we're going to let this seed and let it just basically fall down for replanting next year. And it looks like the hops down here is starting to come up pretty well now. And as we come down here, this is sort of the beets right here. Let me go ahead and go to wide for you guys. The beet section here, they're growing very well, so hopefully we'll get some beets. I planted them super close together, but we'll see if they can push each other apart or not. This will be the old part of kale that we'll be getting rid of once we sort of consume this. One part of the maintenance again is going to be going through. Let me go back to 1X. Here is some mint just going insanely crazy all up and down this thing. So the mint is just really just going nuts right now. Smells great, but it is just like a cancer in the garden. So yeah, but in places like this where we got what appears to be cauliflower, really taking place and growing well, that's pretty good. The green onions here doing real well. Everything over here is kind of just, enjoying the additional heat, where the biology now is kind of, making where the heat is making the biology just be more to life and be able to support the roots better. And let's go ahead and come over here. Let's go to wide again. Not that much growth on the plum tree. We're still in the evening times getting down into like 46, 45. So I'm still getting chill hours helping to wake this plum side of the tree up. But it's coming up. It's waking up. It's coming up pretty good. Especially the peach side. The peach side is doing really well. For the dwarf trees here, like this one is doing great. The growth is coming up. As a matter of fact, like I mentioned in the last one, I need to go ahead and I want to put a little bit more mulch down and just make sure it's really thick in this area. This growth is coming up. Like you can see here, it's coming up, but it's not as well as the other one. Oh, and it looks like whatever we had here, we lost. So I'm still a little concerned for this. And actually the chickens came over here and thinned things out. So we're going to have to probably take some, we're going to try to see if the mulch, thickening up the mulch will help, but we'll have to see. The peach tree here is now starting to lose its flowers, and definitely the green is coming in very strong. So this tree is fully awake and ready for springtime and just continuing to grow. As a matter of fact, you can see the suckers down here. Let me go ahead and zoom in. These suckers down here, I need to go ahead and pull those this weekend and just really try to keep all the focus. Let me go back to wide in the whole part of the tree. Persimmons Tree seems to be doing pretty strong here. Nothing out of the ordinary. The lime tree is just doing great. The limes are not like super big, but they're producing and they're starting to produce fairly frequently now. So that's pretty good. As a matter of fact, these Mexican lime trees tend to be more like lemons when they're ready, like this one right here, for example. Go ahead and bring this one inside. As soon as this green would have went away, it would have dropped to the ground. As a matter of fact, do we see any on the ground? I do not. All right, let's check out the fig tree here. All right, so here's the first sign that the fig tree is even starting to grow and wake up too, because we got that one coming in pretty good. So it's coming in at the base. I was kind of hoping that we'd see a little bit more over here because I don't want it to interfere with too much with this one. But this one is actually doing really well and got some really nice, good dark green leaves, showing that it's sending nutrition down to the. I'm happy to see that. I know that it's sending nutrition down to the roots to grow this side very well. Let's just kind of double check and take a look around here. No, actually we are starting to get some growth coming out here and here. Yeah, okay, so the fig tree is starting to come out, it's starting to come up now and wake up now, so that's really good. Let's see, how about the avocado tree? Last we saw, the avocado tree was shedding leaves in support of growth, and yeah, the growth is just continuing to come up. This is probably one of the better sort of side branches so far. And yeah, we're just getting growth all over the avocado tree, and it looks like it's even starting now to start making some more growth upwards again. So very happy with the avocado tree, and it looks like again, unsure if it's going to give us some avocados this year. We'll have to see. Oh, but check out Big Bertha. She is just already coming back very strong. So she's definitely, if she went through any sort of dormant phase, she's done with it. She's coming back strong. She's coming back hard. She just has crazy amount of root system that can go ahead and just completely help just grow this smaller section now of what she used to be. So I expect to see a lot of growth very quickly. Probably not as much of a guava season come the end of summer, early fall, but she will be coming back pretty well. I'm confident in that. And here we got some arugula that's hiding a lot of the pomegranate tree. But if you go all the way to the top, you can see the pomegranate tree has already been waking up and is really starting to go. Pretty soon it'll start flowering and go ahead and bringing in the bees and everything to go ahead and pollinate here. Now coming over here to the, let's check out this. I always seem to forget because this little guy here. But the avocado tree here still occasionally getting in new growth, so she's still growing. Oh, got this one down here, so it's still growing. Would like it to get just a little bit taller so it can get above a lot of this right here and get above the ashwagandha tree, which is doing great. It's actually probably getting time to prune down the ashwagandha tree again. But then also the elderberry tree is just, you can just tell that this is its native environment. It is just growing so well. Hopefully we start seeing some elderberries here off this elderberry tree. Let's see how the girls, what's going on, girls? Yep. Couple of eggs. That was, we're getting, it seems like we're in full production on eggs, so it's really getting hard to keep up with them, but that's exactly why we got the numbers, to make it hard to keep up with them. And coming around here, as a matter of fact, we let them out yesterday, and you can see where they've kind of been digging up. Now let's see here. The papaya tree, it looks like, to be honest, I'm not too familiar with papaya trees. It looks like it might be sacrificing leaves for the new growth to come in, but even the new growth isn't quite as dark as I would hope it would be, but it still looks fairly healthy. Just as not, I mean, I'm seeing like some tips browning, so I'm unsure what's going on. Maybe it's just setting up for a season, and it'll be coming out pretty strong here. Maybe I need to just kind of prune off some of these like dead, or just do that and they'll fall off. Let's see here. If that's the case, then what if I do this? Yep, okay, so those are off now, and that's off, and that's off, and wherever you're coming from, you're off now too. Okay, well actually I am seeing new growth coming in here on the side of the main stalk here, so it's probably doing a lot better than I think it is. I just, again, I'm not familiar with papaya. Now the orange tree, seeing lots of flowers, but I'm seeing lots of petals that not necessarily are converting over to oranges yet, or at least I don't see any that are doing it. So we'll have to see what she looks like once she's done shedding all of the flowers that she's not going to end up using or that weren't pollinated. Here on the mango tree, mango tree is still looking very healthy and strong, looking real good. As a matter of fact, this growth back here is looking like it's coming in at about the same time that the main growth is coming. How about this one down here? No new growth necessarily coming in on this one, at least I don't see yet, but the fact that it's still there, and let's see here, let's get the leaves above the mulch so it's not getting ate by anything, which is probably what was going on. So we'll go ahead and bring those out, and hopefully that they shed the leaves and decide to grow some more, so that the new leaves come in are not getting ate by the biology underneath the mulch here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of finish up here, but all the greens in this section around my son's playground area is really starting to bolt. And then plus we're starting to get a lot of the spring flowers in, like right over here. And let me go ahead and bring you back. You can see some of the roses now, like right here and over here, are starting to come in too. So it's definitely springtime is upon us. And lastly, we're going to take a look at the grapevine on the way down to the Ají Amarillo and see it's definitely growing. How far is it growing? It's all the way down here, all the way down here. Up, looks like I may need to pull that branch more this way this weekend. And actually, I am seeing a little bit of growth there. I'm seeing growth all the way to the tip. Okay, so the grapevine is waking up fully. How about the Ají Amarillo? I am not really seeing anything quite yet. Oh, and I did forget, don't know how I forgot, the strawberries too are starting to come in full. So, all right, so that's going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I'm going to go clean up and then go ahead and create this video and hopefully get it out for you guys by tomorrow. And like I said, stay tuned. I got a few things coming up as far as some of the garden maintenance, and I got to go ahead and probably, I don't know if it's going to be this weekend, but sometime soon I got to replace my rear diff because I took a rock to it. So I'll see you guys when I fix that too. But anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.